Hey there everybody, JB here once again, welcoming you to part 3 of Let's Play Chips Challenge. Now in the last video, we attempted to solve Toss Salad, but unfortunately we met our demise at the hands of a tank. So this time, I'm going to try to solve the level without dying, and hopefully we'll be able to make it through. Now as I mentioned in the last video, you don't have to collect these chips, so just go over here to the teleport, and zap yourself over to this area with the tanks. Wait for the ball to press the button so that the obstacles can get out of your way, like these walls and the tanks. And one thing I really like about this level is that even when you go over here, you can still see the ball because the level doesn't scroll anymore when you get to the edges. Now I don't know if the level designers built this room with this in mind, but I just thought it was really nice of them if it was intended. Alright, we were able to make it out of the room without any difficulty. Now this area over here, we don't have to collect those chips obviously, but we do need these fire boots. So let's just journey on over to this area with this ball. Wait for it to come back so that we can beat it over to the other side, like this. And over here is where we need those fire boots. Now let's go over to this area, collect this chip, get the red key, and go up this line of balls. You can only go one way through those balls, by the way, so you want to keep that in mind. I don't know if there's a term for that or not, but if there is, I think there should be, just because we see it in a lot of levels, particularly in custom level sets. But because of the way they're arranged, you can go through them only one way. So anyhow, the next level is called Iceberg, and this level you actually do get to clone blocks and push them around. Now you may think that you can get over to that exit over there without getting the chips, but there's actually invisible walls blocking that area. So what you want to do is clone some blocks and push them up through this ice circuit over here so you can build a path to get to the chips. So you want to do this fairly quickly because the time limit for this level is rather steep, particularly if you're kind of lost and aren't really sure what to do. And you also want to make sure that you don't fall victim to this bug, like that. That is called cross-checking, and it's essentially a bug where a block goes over an ice corner I believe if you boost and gain an extra move, and I think it also happens if you wait for half a move before you push a block through an ice corner that's immediately after you like that. Like it's happened to me while pushing a block over this ice corner right here one time, so I'm not sure if that's because I waited for half a move, but anyhow, this is pretty much the only level where you really have to worry about it, so just be careful and don't be too quick in following the block. And I believe this is our last block, so let's just push it over here. And we can exit the level. Awesome. Now, forced entry, which is level 22, this is basically just a force floor slide with a bunch of chips to collect, so just sidestep when necessary. And you want to just push your way through whenever possible, which I guess explains the title. So like that, you can just push your way through. Okay, I'm having a little trouble here, but it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, come on, almost there. There we go, we got that chip. Alright, just 2 chips left. Alright, 1. Awesome! Alright. So that wasn't too bad. Just a bunch of sliding around on force floors, right? Well, the next level can be pretty painful, particularly if you're in a hurry. And this level is very notorious among optimizers just because it's really hard to get an optimized time with a lot of randomness. And blobs, the main enemy of this level, move randomly. Now, we haven't encountered them before this, at least I don't think we have. So this is the first level where we see them, but essentially blobs are an enemy that move at half of chip speed, and they move in random directions on every move. Well, they can't move in a direction they can't go to, so like for example the one that's right below us there can't move into the chip, but they can do that in the Link's version of the game, I think. So what you want to do, the secret to this level, is just to collect the chips after they move. So like that. You don't want to collect them when they're right next to an object and they're about to move. So I'm trying to pause whenever I need to. Okay, like there. Just try not to take risks and you should be okay. And I'm trying to fight the urge to take risks because it's very tempting for someone like me who likes to optimize. Okay, here we go. Alright, so as you can see, I'm trying to make it around the outskirts of the level first. And by doing that, hopefully we can save some time and get out of here faster so we don't have to deal with these blobs so much. Alright, now I'm going to move into the inside of the level. Alright, that was a pretty dangerous spot back there, but we made it through okay. Yes, good, good, good. Just 25 chips. Okay, 24. 20. Alright. We're almost done, everybody. We're almost done. Just a few left. Alright, yes. Awesome! Alright. We finished with a pretty good time, too. 424 is not too bad. So let's move on to the next level, which is called OORTO. And this level's title is basically an anagram of toggle door, except it doesn't have a G in it for some reason, so it really should be called GORTO. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to get those gliders to press toggle buttons. And I'll show you, hopefully this will be a nice efficient way to make this level go a little faster. So just split up these gliders over here and trap this glider in its little 3 space area here where we'll press the button on every other move, and do the same for this one. And you'll desynchronize them, which will allow the buttons to be pressed on every move, therefore allowing you to get the chips without many major interruptions here. And this helps things go by really fast, and it also eliminates the uncertainty that comes with, having to wait for some sort of weird rhythm and not being sure if a glider will come and get you before it changes and all that. So just go through each of these rooms. This is kind of a homogeneous level, so it does kind of feel a little bit tedious, but if you do this, it goes by a lot faster, and it's really good for the video too, because we don't have to waste so much time on this level. It is a really fun level though, I gotta admit, especially when you know the fast solution. One thing that's really funny about this level, well actually not about the level itself, but about some other game out there, is that there's another game out there called Trism for the iPhone, and what's really hilarious about it is that there's a little sub-game within it called Syllogism, in which you have to slide a bunch of triangle shapes around, and this game basically uses a lot of titles from Chip's Challenge, so I guess the developers were big fans. Now, I think that's pretty cool that they're fans, but maybe not so cool that they stole a bunch of titles, including this level's title. And what's really hilarious about it is that there's really no toggle doors in not Chip's Challenge, but Trism, so this title really doesn't make a whole lot of sense there. But anyhow, I guess it's just one of those strange anomalies. In that game at least, because the other titles made sense for the most part. So let's go through here. We're almost done. We just have 2 more sets of rooms to go through. Alright, one last set of rooms over here. And 6 chips left. Alright, we're doing okay. Just this last room and we'll be home free. I think we'll have time for one more video. Or not one more video, but one more level in this video. So let's go and exit this level. Sweet. Now this level is called Blink, and it's kind of notorious among some chipsters because it's easy to get lost in, but it's actually really simple as long as you keep track of what you're doing. It's just essentially a teleport maze, and what you want to keep in mind when going through this level is that there are 2 circuits for each set of directions, north, south, and east, west. So I'm just going to label these as we go through and collect these chips. So this is north-south circuit number 1, for instance. Alright, there's a chip here, and there's another path down there that will lead us to another teleport. That will take us to north-south circuit number 2. But we want to finish this one first, so let's keep on doing that. And that path that we just passed takes us to an east-west circuit. So let's not worry about that. Now the thing that you want to keep in mind is that there's a bunch of places like the ones I've been passing by where you can change teleports. So don't easily go in those without keeping track of where you are or finishing a circuit, because you don't want to get sidetracked too easily in this level. You want to thoroughly finish the circuit as much as possible before going to another one. And thankfully, this isn't too bad because there aren't any blocked teleports. All of the teleports, the exits are all of the directional exits are accessible. So it's not too much of a problem to keep track of where you're at. So right now we're still on the second north-south circuit. But we just passed by an area back a few rooms ago where there was a path that led to an east-west circuit. So we will go to that area when we're done with this one. And you probably also noticed that there was the exit along this circuit as well. So we're going to have to come back here later on. So let's just keep this in mind and we should be alright. Alright, we only got 15 ships left. So we're doing okay. We're doing pretty well here. Okay, so let's go back here to this area. And this is where we'll switch to east-west. Thankfully, this level gives you a nice, generous time limit, which is really awesome. One thing that is sort of a little irritating is that there's a bunch of long paths to some chips. Like, there's one that's about to come up here. It might be this next one. No, not this one. But it goes all the way around, like, 2 edges of the level, basically. So let's see, is it this one? No, not this one. Oh, wait, it's on the other east-west circuit. I forgot. Alright, I believe this next teleport is another exit that leads to an area that we've already been to along the circuit. That's right. Okay, so let's go back in here. Okay, so now we're going to have to go back to the north-south circuit to get to the other east-west circuit. Okay, not this one. Yeah, here we go. This is it. Alright, so this is 5 chips left. Good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And just a few remaining, and we should be able to exit this level with plenty of time remaining. Alright, we've already been to that area. Okay, here's the really long path right here. This one. You have to go all the way around this. Over here. So I guess it's not all the way around 2 edges, but it feels kind of like a long way for this level at least. And I think the last chip is along the right side. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so now we can exit. We just have to find our way back to this area. Let's see, here we go. And we exited with plenty of time left on the clock. Sweet. Well guys, it's getting to be pretty close to the time limit here, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. But in the next episode, we will continue on with chips, which is pretty awesome onomatopoeia. And we'll try to encounter the challenges that we'll face in the next segment. So for now, this is JB saying goodbye, and thanks for watching.